Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What you need to know. Let's see what deck I choose for you. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? 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 What does Sagittarius need to know with this full moon energy? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? New money, new plans. New money, new plans. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? Yep. New money, new plans. New money, new plans. After so much betrayal and untold truths that you deserved to know, letting go of drama, letting go of competition. What does Sagittarius need to know? Sagittarius, you're not taking shit from no one. You will put up a fight if you have to. Putting hard work towards a new project, towards a new plan, with money involved. Moving fast towards your investments, making sure everything is right, putting work into it, making sure that everything is in order, making sure that those seeds you've planted are growing, that no one is trying to put any type of bad juju on them. That's what you're doing, Sagittarius. I had started recording it last night, and after 8 minutes, it just stopped my recording. And it had nothing to do with the phone. It had nothing to do with anything else with the phone. It was just very heavy energy, you know? And that goes for all 12 zodiac signs. That goes for everyone. It's very heavy energy out here. Too much clashing of energies. So, here I am doing it again for you, Sagittarius. It's actually the same energy. The same type of message that I picked up last night about money, people not liking that you are succeeding in things that they didn't want you to succeed. They might have wished for your downfalls and it didn't happen. It's, you can see in the Ten of Swords right here how no matter how stabbed up, how wounded, how mentally fucked up from finding out, you're just still going on. You're still looking at what has been done behind your back, what has been said, maybe through social media, maybe through text messages that probably were not showing up. You were not receiving messages, and then all of a sudden something happened with the satellites or something like that, and out of nowhere these messages just started to appear. Maybe you had deleted some type of app, from WhatsApp to Snapchat, anything like that, and then you just re-downloaded it only to see shit that you wasn't seeing, that you was ignoring. And on the meantime that you was ignoring it, you was putting all this hard work. People were trying to compete, but they didn't have nothing to compete against anymore. So the truth was hidden, right? No success on the truth. And then here you are, just working alone. No one helping, no one putting in. That's what came out last night. Same thing. Different deck though. I used a different deck. And then this is you, Sagittarius, the King of Wands. You know, you ready. You ready for war. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Ain't nobody gonna stop you from doing what you got to do with your money. Investing in what you want to invest. You put your all into it. Your all. And no one was there to help you. No one is there to help you. No one is, like, people would think you're crazy because you would stay broke for what you know will bring you in riches, millions, whatever you expect, whatever you have plans with money, you know is going to work out. And I know too. I know. You on your game. You on top of it. And the ones who couldn't, which they could have helped. They just didn't want you to get ahead of them. You know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know with this full moon energy? What does Sagittarius need to know? Spirit, what does Sagittarius need to know? Thank you. Letting go of burdens. There's no more burdens anymore. There's no more upset, emotional moments anymore because you're not in that circle anymore. You're not chilling with friends and mingling with friends anymore. You're too busy working on your investments, looking out for your investments. Like you have bigger dreams. You don't got time for the foolery. That's what it is. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? Yep. Even relationship-wise, home. You know, it's like, yeah, it's a stable home, but you ain't got time to pay attention to relationship, to friends, to family. You just don't have time. You're there. You're a supporter. You do what you have to do. You are attaining to your priorities and your responsibilities, but you're busy taking risks with your money. You know what I'm saying? You're busy doing what you got to do with your investments and watching. It's like stock. You know, when you're involved in the stock market and you invest, you have no time to take your eyes off the big prize. You have no time to take your eyes off of, you know, watching that stock you invested in. You have to like sleep with one eye open, looking over your investments, making sure that it's growing and that you didn't make a bad investment. And you don't worry about that. You don't worry about it. I see you following your intuition here, and you're taking your risks. The Devil card is here, but it's not no negativity. It's more like you have to do what you got to do. You got to take risks, and you got to make sacrifices. You know? If you got to sacrifice a happy home, if you got to sacrifice a relationship, you're on it. You're on it. You'll sacrifice the relationship because you're dusting off what doesn't serve you. And that's what the moon is really like enforcing everybody to do and giving the open door for everyone to do in this world. Dust off what doesn't serve you, let go of what doesn't serve you, and move forward to what you really want, what you're, passionate about. Sagittarius, you're a fire sign. You're born out of passion. So, what does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? Okay. Smooth. Real smooth. You're doing it slow. And you're not walking away from that big prize. You're not going to walk away. You're not going to give up on what you know is going to bring you a beautiful future, a solid retirement. That's something that you need to look for in life. What's going to hold you down when you can't work anymore? What's going to hold you down when you're elderly? What's going to hold you down when your kids are too busy being happily in love, happily married and doing them, and you don't want to or dare to ask anyone for $100 just to get by. You are working on what you know, that you have energy and ability, that the higher power wakes you up every day, to be able to move forward. If you have opened your eyes and you can see daylight, if you have 10 fingers on your hands, put together 10 fingers, 2 feet, 10 toes, and you can stand, you're going to take advantage of that opportunity that God, higher power, gives you every day when you get up to move forward and make something out of your life. Sagittarius. What you need to know. You're on the right track, Sag. That's what you need to know. What you need to know. And you see, Sagittarius, when you let go, you don't let go with pity. You don't let go with sorrow. You don't put no emotion into letting go for something better. You really don't. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? Ooh. Yep. Letting go of partnerships and doing it alone. That's what I see here. You might have been doing things that have money involvement with others, and then you see that nobody's on the same page as you. Everybody just wants to celebrate and have fun and do all this toxic shit, and you're not down for it. You're focused. You want to be focused. What does Sagittarius need to know? And you're doing it slow. You're not trying to be all fast because it's risky. Risky business, you know what I'm saying? We're not saying illegal. We're talking about risky. Risky meaning that you are taking your all your money, or maybe all your savings, you know what I'm saying, and investing it in something that you know is going to bring you back a bigger prize. So you don't want no one fucking it up for you, no one taking you off track. You don't want none of that. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? You don't care too much about if they're happy, if they're not. You on point. You're on point, Sagittarius. You're on point with what you're doing and how you're doing it, and the way you're manifesting. You're on point. I don't see anything negative about this here. The only thing that I see that's negative is what other people's intentions are. You know, you ain't got time for being in love. You ain't got time for that. You can't make anyone happy right now but yourself. And it's not about happiness. You're looking at it more from a logic point of view. What does Sagittarius need to know? You're looking at things from a more logical point of view than all that happiness. Like, there might be a spouse who feels some type of way, and it's like you can't juggle a relationship and this money move. You can't. You already fully decided to not juggle anything. It's dolo, solo, dolo. Solo, dolo, modo. Get it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even worried about feelings and emotions. None of that. You probably don't even want to invest in things that don't serve you. You don't care how you look. You don't care if you're wearing the same clothes, same sneakers and all that. If people talking shit, you don't care. You're too busy manifesting. Whether you're a woman or a man, you're too busy manifesting. You ain't got no time for emotional situations here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time to look back in the past and what went wrong and what made you cry and who wasn't there and who was... You ain't got time for that. You're too busy sitting on your throne. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are in that queen and king of wands mode. Whether you're a female or a man, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's down for you, they down for you. If they not, you're going to continue to move forward. Passionately towards what you want. This is your energy, plus, plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, plus, plus, plus. You know, changing. Changing for the better. Changing for the better. You know, seeing things much clearer. Because when you was left in the cold and people fucked your whole plans up and all that, nobody saw what was the outcome. So now you're doing it quietly by yourself. And it's working out. It's working out in your favor. Your manifestations is taking up. Instead of going down, you're going up. Sagittarius, that's what I see here, okay? That's what I see here. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What else does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know with this moon, full moon energy? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? So what does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit, with this full moon energy? What does Sagittarius need to know? You don't even care about how they judge you. You don't care about that. You got Judgment and then reverse 2 times. It's in the bottom of the deck right here, Judgment. You don't care how you being judged. You don't care who's passing judgment on how you moving, how you look. You know what I'm saying? You don't care. You know what you got. You know what you got. You know what you're doing. You know you ain't broke. You know that. Meanwhile, they broke. They fucked up. They looking fly outside still begging for $1 for a blunt or something. Or for whatever they fucking using that dollar for. What does Sagittarius need to know? Meanwhile, you're sitting dominant and stern. King of Swords energy. Right on top of the 10 of Swords with the Ace of Coins, right? Ace of Pentacles. Not for nothing. Not for nothing if it ain't serving you, if there is no signed contract that these people are going to serve you for better, that they're going to be there and back you up and be your backbone when shit hits the fan, and that they can invest. Okay, let's throw a number out there. You invested 10 grand or 20 grand, let's say, and if they ain't got the same amount of money you invested to back you up if shit fails, you don't want nothing to do with them. It's all about contracts now. It's all about contracts with Sagittarius cross watchers. Whoever want to be on Sagittarius side, you got to be real about it. You got to be willing to sacrifice your new jeans that you want to spend $1,000 on. You got to be willing to sacrifice popping bottles every weekend and, you know, letting go of that. Letting go of the toxicity. Like, if you're not willing to let go of it, Sagittarius don't give a fuck about you. or your feelings, or if you even need $100 to get by. Sagittarius is broke at the moment for your $100, but Sagittarius is with lots of money for their shit, for their investments, for their plans, for their future. How about that? Meet me outside. How about that? So, Spirit, what do we have? What do they need to know? What do Sagittarius need to know? You ain't got time for love. All plans canceled. If you had any plans with anybody who you was involved with, they're canceled because you're more worried about what you got to, accomplish. So there's a tower moment with someone who you may have been involved with coming up. You're going to be happier. You know why? Because you're following your intuition. The Ten of Swords is in reverse. You've done let go. You're happy to let go of this because you know what? There's betrayal from someone who you was involved with in a love situation. And you about to come off and cancel plans and take this person out of your new beginning, and that's it, and move forward. There's a breakup. There's some type of breakup here with someone in a relationship, a romantic relationship behind betrayal. And it has to do with following your intuition, going towards your happiness and success. You're being spiritually guided, Sagittarius. You're following your intuition. You're following that inner voice. So, yeah. Yep. You're not trying to put no more work into anything that was too competitive, that was full of tricks and lies. You have no words for shit like that anymore. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? No love. You're not trying to fill up nobody's cup but yours. You have no room for that. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? Spirit, what does Sagittarius need to know? No apologies. It's all about you and your money, and there's a lot of abundance and luxury coming in after moving away from all of this. Happiness, new partnerships, new contracts. Something is about to be big because you're not moving with emotions but with logic, Sagittarius, what you need to know, what you need to know. What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? See? The 9 of Coins. So, abundance and luxury. What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? What does Sagittarius need to know? Being single serves you better, is what it says here. Fully decided. What does Sagittarius need to know? Fully decided to not be, manifesting love, not manifesting apologies, not really putting your energy into none of those things. You're too busy, more worried about not worried, but more focused on your money. You don't want nothing to do with the past. You're not looking at the past. That's your upcoming near future. Letting go of the past. Not manifesting love, not manifesting apologies. None of that. Because it doesn't serve you. You were betrayed. What does Sagittarius need to know? Something new. continuously manifesting something new. It goes from letting go of the past, letting go, breaking up relationships, friendships, whatever ships, letting go of those ships, not waiting on those ships anymore, and going with your intuition, moving towards happiness and success, and forgetting about what they did wrong to you, forgetting about it, just letting it go, and probably putting a little speed on your new plans, you know what I'm saying? Because there's something that you're chasing, and then you come into a more professional and new collaboration. Maybe you're opening up a business, maybe you're gaining some type of reward behind this investment that you have made, and then that little reward, you take it and you invest it. So you're making multiple investments, Sagittarius, and they have a bigger prize for you, you know what I'm saying? Then once you get this bigger prize, you're not going to consider it a manifestation anymore. What you're doing is you're moving passionately towards new ideas and creativity. You're continuing to make your mind grow in ideas, like new ideas, and putting them to work. You're going towards what pays for itself, basically. If you want a house, you're making sure that you're running a business that pays for the house and pays for the business and pays for everything itself, and has money saved up and has money here, money there. So let's say money saved up, money to play with, money over here in case of an emergency, money in case of a rainy day. Like, you really are like becoming your own stock market, let's say. That's what you're doing. Not letting a great mind go to waste. Wow, Sagittarius, this is a wonderful reading right here. This is beautiful, and it kind of taught me a lesson. I'm glad that I am a fortunate tarot reader to give you this reading right here, because this right here kind of motivated me. It's motivating me for certain things in my life, myself too. I love this reading. This reading is something that, even if I'm not a Sag, I'm a Taurus, okay? And I'm going to apply this reading to myself as well. I'm going to take bits and pieces out of this reading and apply it to my life, because this is wonderful. Me spreading this news to you about what you need to know is something I need to know myself too. And I'm thankful for this. I really am. This is a beautiful reading, So This is beautiful right here. This doesn't need an oracle card. This doesn't need any help. This just needs to be, promoted. This needs to be told to the Sagittariuses out there who needed recognition that they are going on the right track, So you have the knowledge already, and they don't see it. You're not following no religious groups or anything like that, because you're in your own head right now. You're in your own religious beliefs, like by yourself. You feel that you're complete by yourself, You're saving money, even if it looks like you're greedy. It's time that you be selfish. You're being selfish, because you're trying to run an enterprise. Somewhere down in the near future, or more further on from the near future, you are looking at yourself and you see it. You believe in yourself. You believing that you are going to be running an enterprise. You're looking at entrepreneurship. Whatever the cost is, whatever the risk is, whatever the sacrifice is, you're doing it. And you're being greedy, and there's nothing wrong with you being greedy at this moment. You have to be selfish. You can't just give away your royalties, because you know what those royalties, what they count for. They can't count for nonsense that doesn't serve you. So you're not giving it away. You're unstuck. You're not stuck. You're unstuck. You were stuck at one point, but you're not stuck anymore because you're moving. You're moving forward. You're getting busy. You're getting down to the gritty of everything that you want for your future, for your kids' future, for your grandkids' future, whatever future you're looking forward to. What does Sagittarius need to know? You're on the right track. That's what you need to know. Keep telling you. No time for rest. Four swords in the reverse. No time for rest. And you got 4. Yeah, you got your fours. You're very protected in what you're doing. You're on the right track. You wouldn't be protected if you wasn't on the right track. What does Sagittarius need to know? You ain't got no time for sleep. Maybe sometime in the near future, someone may try to come back with an apology. It might be sincere. It might not. Because it's attached to your money savings. So it could be that someone sees that you got it going on and they want to come back and, leech off. Or it could just be that it is a sincere apology and offer of romance. But at that time, you're not going to be resting and getting any type of rest. So at that time, I don't think that, taking up the offer right away would be the right thing to do until you get the rest right, your mind right, What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. What does Sagittarius need to know? Enterprise, entrepreneurship, moves you're making by yourself without nobody involved. It's a wish fulfillment. Pride. Taking pride in what you're doing. Being proud of yourself. Because if you don't be proud of yourself, ain't nobody going to be proud of you. You got the 7s as well. You got 7s and 4s. And there's some sneaky energy in the future behind your investment. Someone is trying to get a piece of the pie in the future. Sagittarius, you got to watch out for that offer. Like I said it before the card came out. The 7 of Swords is attached to the Knight of Cups. Something that may seem as a faithful, romantic offer is actually a sneaky situation trying to get into your investment, into your money, into your growth, into your prosperity, into your determination, and trying to fuck it up for you to bring you down from your pedestal. Because you put yourself on that pedestal in the future, upcoming future, you're the one who's going to be on the pedestal. And someone is like so annoyed that they're not there with you. So they're trying to leech off and fuck it all up for you. But you're focused and you're alert when that time comes. What does Sagittarius need to know? Spirit, what does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? You ain't got time for that. You ain't got time for the love offer. You ain't got time. You already had cut it off. You already had stopped that shit. You already, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it's going to be in the future for you. And you're not caring who throws judgment on you behind the moves you're making and your attitude and how greedy you are and selfish you are with your money and with your ideas and with information. You're not letting no one know any information because you are going to catch on to that sneaky energy, and you don't want that. You don't want that family shit back. You don't want that old thing back. You don't want it back. What does Sagittarius need to know? You ended it and you're leaving it like that. What does Sagittarius need to know? What else does Sagittarius need to know? What else does Sagittarius? This reminds me of like a Sagittarius reading probably like a month ago or maybe 2 months ago. You could look back on it. There's something about accomplishing or moving forward. Something about moving forward towards something. Maybe you are someone who is playing sports or something like that. And something about surprising someone with an engagement and realizing that that person ain't worth it. Something like that in that reading for Sagittarius. Something about sneakiness with someone and you found out, you caught on to it, and you just let it linger a little bit. This reading here is kind of attached to that past. And then it's like the outcome too. Like this is like more outcome of every chapter of that reading so far for Sagittarius, that it's like you're accomplishing little by little, you're letting go, but then it's like somebody tries to come back in, you know what I'm saying? And your intuition, you're empathetic, you are an empathic person, you know when someone is trying to play one on you. It says it right here. You know, you love yourself, you're intuitive, you're on your shit. You know what I'm saying? So since you're on your shit, you know better than to take something from the past back. If it didn't serve you then, it won't serve you now. That's what I see here. What does Sagittarius need to know? Spirit, what else does Sagittarius need to know? And you don't care what judgments they're going to be passing on you when you make this decision to like turn people down and tell them to get the fuck out of your face with that bullshit ass fake love offer. There goes the Eight of Swords in reverse because you see it. You don't care if they pass judgment. You letting them pass all the judgment they want because look, you're not blind. You're not letting them get in your head for shit. Whether it's love, that love offer, you know what I'm saying? You're not blind to see the way they're trying to get attached. You know what? You probably need to hear that song Attachments from Coin Lorraine and Pressa. Man, I love that song. Attachments. Listen to that, Sagittarius. Listen to that. You know, it's like only when they see you doing fucking good, yo. The same motherfuckers who said that they were broke and they couldn't help you with 10 grand or 5 grand or even $1,000 or even $100 towards your dream. They thought you was going to be fucked up in poverty, and in that poverty state of mind, there goes the 5 of coins in reverse in the future, you know. On top of that 7 of coins with that Knight of Cups and the 7 of Swords. It's right on top of those attached. I'm telling you, you got to listen to that song Attachments. I'm telling you, it's like some type of relation with it. There's something related to it. I can see it. You know, intuition and mystery again. Intuition and mystery. High Priestess energy. Because you know what they coming with. Putting your guards down, not being a fool. Because you know. You ain't got to be with your guards up. You really don't. You on point. They the ones who got to be with their guards up. Because you about to like let it loose. Because they only want me for my pimp juice. That's another song I just heard, you see. I think I need to let it loose. Yes, I do. What? They only want you for your pimp juice. Attachments. Those 2 songs right there. Listen to them, Sagittarius. I'm telling you right now. Because you on the right track. One more card. Thank you, Spirit. What? 5 of Cups in reverse? Man, listen, I'm done with this reading. You already know. And then you got the Hermit in reverse again in the bottom. I'm telling you, you ain't taking yourself off track for nobody. Wow. Listen to those tracks. Yo, you must be in the music business or something, Sagittarius. You must be in some type of big entrepreneur shit. You must be famous. If you famous, yo, hit this nigga up right here. Hit this nigga up. This nigga marry sucker free chick right here. Because I'm into investments myself too, yo. I'm into taking, you know, risks and shit like that. But I'm telling you, only with real people. And this is a real motherfucker right here. I will fuck with you, Sag. Who you? Who is you? This is great energy right here, yo. I'm not the type of reader to be like, I'm jealous of you. No. I'm proud of you too, Sag. Whoever you are, I'm proud of you. You doing great. I learned from you just now. I learned. You know, every day we learn. And I'm willing to learn. I'm one who likes to read books and stuff, stuff that interests me. Because if it doesn't interest me, I'm not wasting my time. Just like you. Like, this is dope. This is a dope reading right here. You know? Yeah, that Five of Cups, that's them. They the ones who are in that energy. So, wow, I'm out of breath. Like, woof. Like, I would just run the marathon with you. Sagittarius. You're very active. You're very fast. You're moving fast. That energy. You're moving towards, what you want in life, and you're on a race. And that race, you're winning. You're winning. You're the one who's reaching that bow, that tape, that rope, and that waistline. Boom. On point. You on point, Sagittarius. This is such an honor to have this reading right here before my eyes. I love it. I love it. Okay, Sagittarius, I wish you well. I just wish you so much prosperity in this. This is dope. Now, peace out.